We like to mix it up around here. As you can see, the piano's been moved to the center for the talk today. So it's going to be a little bit more music and maybe a little bit less talk. I don't think anybody will be upset about that. But if you have any questions about the talk or the music, please see our New Beginnings team at the welcome table right in the back of the room next to the kiosk. There's loving people that would love to help you feel more at home here and a part of this. Now, Diane is gone for the next 2 weeks. That means that there's a lot of announcements that fall on me. Not my favorite part of ministry. I'm going to go very quickly through this, but I've got some help today. I want to let you know Greg Braden is just around the corner. He's going to be here, and tickets are still available, but they are going very, very quickly. And there's a closed number, so you don't want to be the one that number 401 and you don't make it in. Please get your tickets downstairs today. World Day of Prayer is coming up. It's one of my favorite things that we do. This sanctuary is turned into a beautiful temple. And the theme this year is the courage to heal. And I've heard wonderful ideas from our chaplains already going around. Our chaplains are on grounds today. They are in the foyer, and they would love to get you as a part of their team. There's a flyer. They specifically need facilitators, people to hold the sacred space while this is all happening. It's a self-guided tour, so you're not going to have to guide anybody, but you're going to hold the sacred space to make sure that from 7:30 on Wednesday night through 7:30 on Thursday night, that people who come wanting to receive feel welcomed, feel connected, feel blessed, and have all the information they need. If you'd like to help out our chaplain corps, they would love to have you be invested in that. They're going to be in the foyer or see Kim, who is the head of our chaplains, afterwards. I'm excited. You know, when I was a child, they used to ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I said, well, my grandfather was my hero, so my answer was always, I want to be a grandpa. I want to be a grandpa. It's the best job on the planet. We are doing Grandparents' Day here at Unity North on September 9th. And Bart Starr was the brain. Come up here, Bart. You going to come up? Yeah. I mentioned your name for a reason. It's not to have you sit there.
Now?
The reason Grandparents' Day is happening, Bart Starr got up in a meeting when was passionate about his grandkids. And I said, come tell us about Grandparents' Day. Bart, they're all yours.
14 days, September 9th, is Grandparents' Day. So remember that, 14 days, September 9th. What we're going to do is we're going to blow the lid off this place. All the grandparents are going to bring their grandkids. All the grandkids that are of age are going to call their grandparents and invite them here. So that's what's going to happen. And Will, sorry, we're going to outdo your day. That's a challenge for everyone.
Oh, the gauntlet has been thrown.
Okay. Did you know 1978, grandparents became a legal holiday? And it's also celebrated in 16 countries around the world. So we're going to do it here. Now, here's how it's going to work. I forgot to tell you.
He asked me, he said, can I do an announcement? And I said, I would love to have you do an announcement. He says, I need about 8 to 10 minutes.
No,
and I said, you're not giving the talk today.
You're in my time. Here's how it's going to work. When you leave here today, all the grandparents and grandparents, which also, legally, when you had your first grandchild, it's the only time in the world that you can change your name without going to court. I'm a grandparent. I'm a grandfather, a grandmother. Anyway, when you leave here today, I want you to go home, the mature grandparents, and call your grandkids and invite them. 14 days you're going to go with me to a party. You're going to bring them here. Also, those grandkids that know how to use a phone, and I got one up there, they're going to call their grandparents and invite them. You need to take me to church on Unity on September 9th. We're going to have song and dance, and we're also going to tell stories. Richard's going to do a whole different service up here. So again, September 9th. And I keep saying September 9th because the mature ones, you have to hear things 3 times so you remember it. All right, my time's up before I get kicked off. September 9th, it's Grandparents' Day. We're going to blow the lid off here.
Yes.
September 9th.
All right, thank you, Bart.
September 9th.
Hey, Bert, what was that date again? All the kids are going to be in here, and it's going to be out of the box, really, really fun. I want to let you know that Dr. Wendy Jones is...
I forgot. All right. There will be no Sunday kids service downstairs of any age. Everyone downstairs, you bring your kids up here.
Yeah, we'll go downstairs on Holy Grounds. We're going to do a minute to win it with the grandparents and the grandkids downstairs on Holy Grounds afterwards. This Wednesday, Dr. Wendy Jones is doing the Wednesday night service. She is bringing science and spirituality into a beautiful marriage. If you're interested, wrap them with the Rev, 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. I want to let you know we're doing a Christmas show, and I am so thrilled. We've been trying to get Mary Claire Scott to do a Christmas show here forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. The lady is a stand-up comedian, funny, and she knows how to put together a show that will make you laugh and feel. Mary Claire Scott is going to be holding auditions for this Christmas play, and she says everybody gets in. But on September 23rd, you got to come see her. Mary Claire, stand up so we can see where you are. If you can't make it on the 23rd after service, see Mary Claire and say, I want to be involved. I want to be invested in this show. It's going to be a great time. All right, let's sing.
Let's sing. Can you guys go that way? Bart, that was pretty awesome. I wish you had announced the kids choir, because we didn't get quite as many kids as I wanted. But just to piggyback on that, today, right after second service in room 5, kids 3 to 13, we're doing a grandparents, grandkids combined choir that's going to be adorable. So this is your last time to bring your kiddos down and have a singing. And we are going to sing a song that's actually from Glee, I believe. But it's all about how we have to have roots firmly in the earth before we can grow and have our branches of whatever our hearts desire.
So many things to do and say, but I can't seem to find my way, but I want to know how. I know I'm meant for something else, but first I gotta find myself, but I don't know how. Oh, why do I reach for the stars when I don't have wings to carry me that far? I gotta have roots before branches to know who I am before I know who I wanna be, and faith to take chances, to live like I see a place in this world for me. And sometimes I don't wanna feel, I forget the pain is real, put my head in the clouds. Oh, I start to run and then I fall, thinking I can get it going without my feet on the ground. There's always a seed before there's a rose. The more that it rains, the more I will grow. I gotta have roots before branches to know who I
Chiba. Thank you very much.
Roots before branches. We got to know who we are on the inside as divine expressions of light and love and magnificence and holiness and sacredness. I asked Kathy to stay here because she is a root here at Unity North Atlanta Church. And she is off on new and exciting adventures, and she is extending her branches. She's not moving too far away, but she's going to be up in Chattanooga. So this is kind of the last time she's going to be singing on a regular basis with us. And I want to say on behalf of this community, you are a gift. And the roots that you have planted here have blessed us all immeasurably. We love you, we appreciate you, and we bless you.
Truly been an honor to be on this stage and to sing for all of you. I just thank you, and I love you all. Thank you.
Unity North is the, yes, go ahead and give another applause. The energy's, get them moving. Unity North is the byproduct of devoted people who serve, who volunteer, who give time, sweat, equity, and everything else in between for this dream to be a reality. Don't ever, ever make the mistake of thinking that our greatest equity is a building or it's our staff. It is the volunteers. And I thank every one of these beautiful women who just sang as volunteers in this community. You are a gift to us. Thank you. So it's all about love. We've had radical joy a couple of weeks ago, and then radical peace. And today is radical love. I called it radical community on the marquee. I had to give the talk title a couple of weeks ago. But what I thought about is, what is radical community? Radical community is the ability to take the radical joy, the radical peace, and the radical love, no matter what's going on the outside, no matter how you're behaving. I will behold the Christ of your essence. No matter how difficult or dark it might be, or how bright and wonderful it might be, the view does not change here. I know you as the light of the world. I know you as the Christ. And so radical love and radical community are all one. And it starts in. You've got to have roots before you're going to have branches. You've got to have radical love before you're going to have radical community. A community that demonstrates that we are not defined by our differences, very much like John McCain, but we are defined by our devotion to the work that we are doing, to the passion to the work that we are doing. And I thought, go ahead, Tamara, give me more. You know, there's a scripture that has been used since the beginning of time to divide people. It's a beautiful scripture that speaks about love. It speaks about the connection at the spiritual level with the presence of God. And it has been used to divide. It has been used to separate. It has been used to make people wrong. You're all probably very familiar with it. Let's put it up there. John chapter 3. Verse 16. Anybody who spent any time in the Baptist, the Methodist Church, or the Catholic Church knows this scripture probably pretty well. Let's read it together. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have eternal life. Most Unity people stray away from that one because it's a little bit charged. But I like to dig right in. I like to be charged. I like to go to the Aramaic. I like to go back to what was really said in the beginning of this word that's been turned and twisted and changed to control people for a long time. And then I like to interpret it through the lens of metaphysics. What is the meaning underneath? What is the good that's underneath these words that have been misinterpreted for so long? Here is an interpretation that I believe we live and demonstrate in radical love and radical community. Let's put the next slide, please. Here is the way we interpret it together. Life, in its absolute goodness, is divine love, personified in, as, and through each of us as Christ principle. When we come into that awareness of our oneness, we move beyond the illusion of separation and duality and see through the world of appearances and remain eternally one with our Christ essence. Doesn't it feel a little bit different? I believe the original intention of the man Jesus, the master teacher, the way shower, the elder brother, the guy, this is what he was trying to say, is that God so loved the world that God gave everything God is, was, ever will be in you, implanted in you the ability to create, the ability to think, the ability to manifest anything in your mind's desire, in your imagination. And to live in the awareness and the truth that you can never be separate from it. No matter how you behave, no matter how far you go as the prodigal son or the prodigal daughter into the far-off land, that love is still there. That oneness is still there. And if there's a death, if you're feeling a death, it is simply the illusion of separation and duality. A part of you has believed that you're separate from the divine, separate from God, but God never moved. God cannot move. But don't you find on this human existence we're asking questions? We ask questions. We have a challenge of faith. We begin to question if everything I believed is true. That's a good thing. Being a healthy skeptic about your stories, about your beliefs, is part of a growing and expansive spirituality. It must be part of the equation. The master teacher also said that where two or more are gathered in the name of his nature, which was love, radical love, then something beautiful could happen. He was there in the midst of them. The essence, the Christ principle, was in the midst of it. So I've invited Bataya to play the second row. Bataya Walden, recently ordained. Please welcome her. And I wanted to try something different today. I love that I have people that are willing to play. Rather than do a talk here at a message, we're going to have a dialogue. And I'm going to invite... Was that a commentary on my talks? Ooh, he's going to shut up. But I invite you to listen to the words that we share and see how they are alive within you. Listen to the dialogue, the skit that's about to ensue, and the music that will be a part of that. And see how it is alive in you today, and how radical love can be born in you today through all of the 6 or 7 invitations that are inside this skit. We'll give you exactly what they are at the end of the message. But take a deep breath and allow yourself to be completely open to a radical community, a radical love, a radical questioning, a radical being. Life.
Love.
Why are we here?
What is our purpose?
How do I learn to trust?
How many can we touch?
Where in the heck am I going?
How long do we have?
What should I do?
How should we be?
Why do I continuously doubt?
What's it all about?
Do you ever wonder?
Do you ever long to understand?
How in the world did we get here?
Is it all part of God's plan?
Are you scared?
Are you happy?
Are you searching?
Are you free?
Do you want to be?
I want to know the secret of love, life, happiness.
Yeah, me too.
You mean you don't know?
I never said I had this all figured out.
But you're a minister, right? Aren't you, above all people, supposed to know?
I'm a human being. Just ask anybody. Remember, I'm just human, just like you.
Do you know? How about you?
Know what?
Why we're here. What we're here to do.
Love.
Love.
Kind friends all gathered round. There's something I would say, that what brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made a circle that holds us all inside, where strangers are as family, and loneliness can't hide. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love.
That's it? Just love?
Love is grand.
Love is vast.
Love is blind.
Love is not always felt.
Love can elude us.
Why? Why do we feel so alone sometimes?
Why do we seek to find love?
Why do we feel an innate desire to attain it at any cost?
Why does love make me afraid?
Why does love make us crazy?
I mean, it's all about love, isn't it? We're either crying for it or we're crying because of it.
Maybe that's because there's a deeper and more radical love attainable.
A deeper, more radical love?
An unconditional love.
An awe-inspiring love?
An agape love.
A love that is vast and much more complete.
A love that invites our surrender to it.
A love that invites me to give in.
Resist nothing.
Resist nothing. Here I am, love. Use me. Guide me. Take me. Fill me. And lead me by your will. Here I am, love, ready to listen, to follow, to serve you and be you in this world. Love's will be done through me this day. Love's will be done through me this day.
If this greater love exists, why is there famine,
Pain,
homelessness,
stealing,
child abuse,
drug abuse,
abandonment,
depression,
suicide,
chaos.
disillusionment?
I feel it.
Me too.
Are we supposed to feel everything?
I don't know, but I'm still feeling it whether I want to or not.
Me too.
Keep questioning.
Question everything?
I suppose so. I think it's leading us somewhere.
Can we love in the midst of all of it?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. But I'm willing to try.
Me too.
When tears fall down, there is a greater love. When sadness fills the sky, a greater love. And when you lose your way and don't know where to turn, there is a greater love. There is a greater love. There is a greater love. Lean in, lean in, lean in, lean in. Frustrations fill your heart. There is a greater love. Confusion fills your mind. A greater love. And when you feel alone, just reach out your hand. There is a greater love. There is a greater love. There is a greater love. Lean in, lean in,
In the beginning was the void.
And the void was empty.
On this empty canvas, the
Everything,
void.
everything was created.
In the void where we feel alone,
Where we wonder why,
where we search for the answers,
we find that
we are the answer,
we are the way
the truth.
and the light.
We are the Christ we have been waiting for,
We are the artists,
ready to create.
and nothing can be created until,
We are empty.
nothing can be changed until,
We are empty.
nothing can be healed until,
We are empty.
you know, sometimes we experience
Great confusion,
sadness,
doubt,
pain,
to arrive at
empty.
then
And only then
can we begin to create
something else,
something different,
something extraordinary.
something radically more real than any of it.
Love.
We must come out of the dark and begin to create a new place of understanding and love.
Love whatever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are. Take my hand. I will dance.
Completely empty.
Completely free.
No resistance.
No blocks.
Have your way with me now.
L-O-V-E.
L-O-V-E.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
I know you.
And I know you.
I see you.
And I see you.
Is this all a dream?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
We painted each other into existence.
No. We painted love into existence.
I don't always show up that way.
Yeah, but I'm committed to painting you that way.
No matter what,
No matter what.
that's radical.
That's namaste.
I will do the same for you.
That's a good thing, because ask anybody, I screw up a lot.
We're all just people,
Looking,
searching,
falling,
forgetting,
remembering,
longing,
to help,
to love,
to give,
to make a difference,
to make a change,
a contribution.
to leave this earth knowing that I did everything I could to spread love,
Even if what we build fails,
even if who we love leaves,
even if we never reach our goal,
even if no one is listening.
people are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway.
If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway.
If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway.
If you are honest and sincere, others may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway.
What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway.
If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway.
The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway.
Give the best that you have, and it will never be enough. But give your best anyway.
In the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway.
That's radical. That's radical love. That's radical community.
I think so.
I know so.
Keep dancing.
Keep dreaming.
Keep loving.
Love will grow.
Love will widen the world as we widen our view.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Radical love is being able to live in the messiness of a human experience, the day-to-day operations of being a human being, and to somehow maintain the Christ essence of your very being, to love anyway. My friend Richard Croker goes around the planet saying, "Namaste anyway." Your behavior does not define my view of you. I know you as the Christ. Sometimes namaste anyway is the inward look. Namaste anyway, I just really messed up. Namaste anyway, because I am the light of the world. We're going to give you 6 invitations, and I want to invite you to get a pen and paper out because I want you to live these. I want to live and breathe in a radical community that demonstrates these 6 invitations. 6 different ways that we will be the living example of what it means to be radical community, living as radical love, no matter what. Invitation number 1.
Feel everything.
Feel everything. Your emotions are your gifts. Stop denying them. Stop pretending they're not there. Find a way to channel those emotions. Your emotions are divine appointments. Keep those appointments and live fully and completely in the emotion of your human experience, because it is a portal through which the Christ can be born.
Question everything.
You don't hear that too many times in church. Question authority. Question your story. Question what just came out of the minister's mouth, because it makes us all wiser at the end of the day. It makes us all more loving at the end of the day. Do it in love, of course. But a healthy skeptic is a healthy congregant. A healthy skeptic, especially of our own stories, is open to being wrong. And being wrong is not a bad thing. Being wrong is an invitation to awaken.
Resist nothing.
What are the forms of resistance that we put out there? Complaint, blame, shame of others and ourselves, denial, fight, and my personal favorite, defense. All forms of resistance that absolutely in your life are blocking a greater expression and experience of the vast miracle that is love. Find a way to flip a switch.
Live like you're dreaming.
Live like you're dreaming. We live in an infinite field of possibility. Most poor souls are going around with the words "I can't" on their lips. I can't. It's not possible. Take it out of your vocabulary. Radical community does not live in "I can't," but says, let's figure it out. Take "I can't" out of the language with no excuses, no more boxes, no more limits, and grab the paintbrush. Every sage and prophet and great spiritual master throughout time grabbed a paintbrush and painted humanity differently and said, we're not going to believe that way anymore. A new paradigm is about to evolve. L-O-V-E.
Love like you are dancing.
Love like you're dancing. We got some salsa dancers in the room today. And I love that Imani wants to always dance when they're up here doing anything. Love like you were dancing. I'm going to give you a Rumi quote, because sometimes we think dancing is only when you're feeling good. Rumi says, dance when you're broken open. Not broken down, broken open. Dance if you've torn the bandage off. Dance in the middle of the fighting. Dance in your own blood. And dance when you are perfectly, perfectly free.
Widen your world.
Your greatest homework this week is to go love the unlovable. Not just the ones that humanity has said were unlovable. Love them, yes, but the one that you have kept at bay in your heart. Go love the unlovable and paint a new reality into being. Widen the circle and the reach of your Christ being. I'll leave you with a final quote from Edwin Markham that wraps it all in a beautiful bow. They drew a line that shut me out. A heretic, a rebel, a thing to flout. But love and I had the wit to win. We drew a circle and brought them in. We're going to take these ideas into song and meditation and stillness. Take one phrase, one idea, just one, into this time of reflection and peace. And April's going to come forward and lead a meditation, but we have the singers. What's the song that we have, Julie?
Co-creators.
We're co-creators. Perfect song choice.
Thank you.
When you sit in love, and I sit in love, and the person over there sits in love, and the person that you argued with yesterday sitting over here is in the place of love, we are co-creators of a new paradigm. We are the painters of a new reality. Open your heart and your mind to be the artist